Hello everyone, a very warm welcome to my channel. So in this video we will find out convolution of two signals by graphical method and first to uh, do this, to perform the convolution, we should first know why we use convolution, what is meant by convolution, and where to apply this. So convolution is basically, it establishes relationship between input and output of the LTI system. So what is an LTI system? It is nothing but linear time invariant system. So linear means the system is obeying principle of superposition, and time invariant means the output signal is following the same time as that of input signal. So the time is not getting shifted in is neither getting delayed nor getting advanced, is going in advance than my input signal. So it is time invariant. It is not varying. The output time is not varying, it is invariant. Okay. So now, so my convolution is nothing but it establishes relationship between this is an output, this is input, and this is my system response, that is h of t, and in particular h of t is denoted for impulse response of the system. So when we supply impulse sequence, this is my system. So when I supply here delta of t, that is the impulse pulse, to the system, then it will generate h of t. So whatever the value of h of t is, that is nothing but system's response. So it is the transfer function of the system. So this is nothing but h of t. So when I supply any input x of t, the system has its own response, that is h of t, and it is giving output y of t. So is this convolution establishes relationship between input and output. So how do we mathematically express this? Y of t is nothing but minus infinity to infinity x of tau h of t minus tau into dt into d tau. So this is the mathematical relationship of my convolution. So here in this problem we are given x of t is given as e to the power minus 3t u of t, and h of t is given as u of 3 t plus 3. So first we are told to find out by graphical method. So first we should write down what is x of t, can be written as e to the power minus 3t into 1 for t greater than equal to 0, and this thing can be written as x of t is equal to 1 for t greater than equal to minus 3. So we got the values. Now we will plot the graphs for these two functions. So this is my x of t, and it is known that for t greater than 0 it is having this kind of nature. So it will be like this. This is like this, and from 1, and this is having from minus 3, from t equals to minus 3 to infinity, it is h of t. It's having a amplitude 1. So this is how we plot the two signals. Now how my y of t is convoluted, it is minus infinity to infinity x of tau and this is nothing but h of tau t minus tau into d tau. So we can notice here that h is not a simple h of tau. It is nothing but, first there are series of operation to be done on my impulse response of that system. So h of tau is first, what we are doing is we are time reversing it or mirroring it. So this can be written as by mirroring operation or time reversal operation, we are obtaining h of minus tau, and then we are time shifting it by t minus tau. So by these two operations we are generating h of t minus tau. So we will obtain this using our graphical method. So this plot as it is, because my x of tau will be as it is. This is tau with respect to tau. This is 1, this is 0, e to the power minus 3 tau. And here it will be into u of tau also we can write here. And here first we are doing mirroring operation. So by mirroring operation, so if we mirror it, what we will get? It will be like this. This is 1, this is 3, and this is h of minus tau. So when we integrate, so this is this 2. Now now on the same axis, if we draw these both things, these both are plotted on the same graph, then we can write it down as this is nothing but x of t, this is x of tau, and here when it is time shifted, then it will move towards this side, and this is h of t minus tau, and the two signals are x of tau and this is my y of tau. So when we multiply these two terms, we can see there is no overlap between these two signals. So when we multiply, the output will be 0. That is, y of tau is equal to what? X of tau into h of t minus tau, and in this case it is equal to 0. So now we will shift this, because t is a varying function variable. It is a variable and we have to move it here, and we can see that this is from this this thing is from what? It is having from 3, t less than equal to 3, it has the value. So when we plot like this is not looking good. This is my x of tau, and this is it. This is also 1, this is also 1, so this will be this is x of tau, and this will be from 3 to this thing. So we can see this part is getting overlapping, this gets overlapped, and so our convolution will be, this is nothing but this is my h of t is here 3 minus tau. Okay, so y of t in this case will be, there is some overlapping function, so this is not 0, this is a non-zero term now. So this will be 0 to t minus 3, sorry, t plus 3, because this is starting from here. So this is nothing but x of tau. This is equal to h of t minus tau into d tau, and this is equal to 0 to t plus 3. This is equal to 1, and this is equal to e to the power minus 3 tau d tau. So this is equal to e to the power minus 3 tau by minus 3 from 0 to t plus 3. Now substituting this limits, we get e to the power minus 3 t plus 3 minus 1 by minus 3. So this can be written as 1 minus e to the power minus 3 t plus 3 upon 3. So thus, when my t is less than 3, when my t is less than 3 means it is from here, from this side, suppose from this side it is, then there will be no overlapping and the multiplication of these two signals will be 0. Therefore, y of t is equal to 0 for t less than minus 3, and this is y of t is equal to 1 minus e to the power minus 3 t plus 3 upon 3 for t greater than equal to minus 3. So this is the solution for convolution of these two signals. I hope by the graphical method of solving convolution is now clear, and I end my video here. I hope you have enjoyed the lecture, and thank you.